I'm 57 years old, and I need to tell you something that might challenge everything you think you know about Islam. For 30 years, I believed the lies. I was a successful journalist, living the Western dream, writing for major newspapers, appearing on Sky News, hosting TV shows. I had a French farmhouse, a swimming pool, a perfect family, everything. And I was completely wrong about Muslims. The worst part, the very people who should have shown me the truth, the media, the education system, even my own colleagues, they were either lying to me or they didn't know themselves. Let me tell you what really happened, because what I'm about to share might save you 30 years of confusion. September 11th, 2001. I sat watching those towers fall with my young child on my lap. And you know what my first thought was? Not, who did this? My first thought was, what poor country is about to be destroyed for this? Because I understood how the West operates. Some innocent nation was going to pay. Someone who had nothing to do with it. I was right. Afghanistan, Iraq, millions of Muslims would suffer. But here's the thing, I still believe the media's version of Islam. I thought I was enlightened. I thought I was progressive, a socialist, a leftist, someone who understood injustice. I didn't understand anything. Let me take you back further. I was born in Hampstead, North London, 1967. My mother was a model, my father an actor. I trained as an actress myself, dreamed of Hollywood. Then I became a journalist. The Daily Mail, the BBC, Sky News. I had made it. I had everything the West promised would make me happy. And I was miserable. Not obviously miserable, not crying in the corner miserable, just empty. You know that feeling? Where one small thing goes wrong, an editor isn't happy with your work, and suddenly your entire day is ruined? Everything had to be perfect or I fell apart. I had a swimming pool, but I had no peace. Remember that, because it's about to become important. In 2005, something happened that I still can't fully explain. I felt a hand, an invisible hand on my back, pushing me toward Palestine. I didn't speak Arabic, I didn't know any Palestinians, I had no training. But that hand kept pushing. Go to Palestine, go to Palestine, go to Palestine. So I went, alone. And here's where it gets interesting. I went to the Holy Land as a Christian. I was excited to walk where Jesus walked. That was my pilgrimage, following the footsteps of Christ. But everywhere I went, it was Muslims taking care of the Christian sites. There's a cave in Lebanon where Jesus healed the lepers. A church is attached to it. And the man who opens it? A Muslim, has been in his family for generations. I asked him, maybe rudely, did your family steal these keys? Maybe you killed the Christians to get them? He looked at me with such patience. The Christians trust us with these because we care about Jesus too. He's our prophet. That was the first crack in my wall. Jesus is your prophet? But I still had my prejudices. Oh, I had them deep. I remember getting in an elevator to meet Mahmoud Abbas, Palestinian guards everywhere, big Arab men with guns. And my brain started screaming, they're going to kill the white woman later. That's what I thought. That's the translation my mind gave me when one of them spoke Arabic. And in that moment, I realized something terrifying. I had absorbed it all. Every stereotype, every lie. I was more afraid of a Palestinian with a gun than an Israeli with a gun. Why? I didn't know either of them. But here's the miracle. After 72 hours alone in the West Bank, I would have died protecting any one of those people. The love they showed, the kindness, the atmosphere. And when I asked them why are you like this? They all said the same thing. It's that book. It's the Quran. Let me tell you about the grandmother. I'm walking through Ramallah in January. I'm freezing. I didn't know the Middle East got cold. This old woman in hijab sees me shivering. She grabs my arm. I'm thinking, is this a granny kidnapping? Is this how I die? She takes me to her bedroom, opens her wardrobe, takes out her own coat, puts it on me, writes down her number, yellow. There you go. I could have walked off with that coat, just stolen it. She didn't care. She could not bear for a stranger to be cold in her town while she had a coat in her closet. Think about that. I had a French farmhouse, a swimming pool, a 1-acre garden, everything. But if one thing went wrong, I fell apart. She had nothing. Soldiers occupying her land, children being killed, homes destroyed, and she gave me her coat. At the end of that first trip, I asked a young Palestinian man to find me a Quran in English. I didn't think one existed. Why would anyone translate a small Middle Eastern religion into English? But he found one. 600 pages. I thought, never going to read this. Then I asked him how much I owed him for helping me shop. He started calculating. 100, 200, 15. I'm thinking, here it comes. I'm going to get ripped off. Then he stopped, looked at me and said, I forget it. You don't owe us anything. Just don't forget Palestine when you go. Don't forget about us. That night, I cried. Fast forward to 2008. I'm stranded in Gaza during Ramadan, under siege. I meet a woman living in a refugee camp in Rafah, living in a cell, nothing to eat, nothing to drink, and she's fasting. I said to her, and I know this sounds harsh, I don't think your God loves you. Why does he make you go hungry and thirsty for 30 days when on day 31, you still won't have water? She smiled, full of light, and she said, we fast in Ramadan to remember the poor. I stopped breathing. If there is a faith, I thought, where you can have nothing and still be grateful, where you have one bowl of food and you give it to a stranger, this must be it. This must be it. But I still resisted. In 2007, I got offered a job at the Islam Channel. I said yes, but I had conditions. Number one, don't talk to me about Islam. It's not for me. Number two, I won't wear hijab on your TV station because I think it degrades women. I think it controls women. And I won't be a hypocrite. Muhammad Ali, the channel director, looked at me calmly and said, Allah will decide whether or not you're going to be a Muslim. That's not in my hands. I laughed. No, there's no way I can be Muslim. No way, not me. He just smiled. Allah knows. I took the job, and suddenly I was traveling the world, interviewing Islamic scholars, meeting more Muslims, diving deeper into this world I thought I understood. I still wasn't Muslim, I was just researching. Then came 2010. I went to Iran as a journalist to cover the Al-Quds Day rally. Still all about Palestine for me. Still professional, still Western. We were in Qom during Ramadan, and my colleague and I went into this mosque. I wasn't going for spiritual reasons. I was going to be nosy, to take secret pictures on my iPhone, to get an exclusive story I could sell around the world. I was not in a religious state of mind at all. But when I crossed that threshold, I made a small prayer. I said, "Oh Allah, thank you for everything you've given me. I'm not going to ask for anything else because you've given me so much. But please, bless Palestine." Then I went inside to look around. And when I sat down in the main prayer area, it was like sitting under a waterfall of peace. Every worry I'd ever had, gone. Every anxiety dissolved. Every stress about my career, my image, my reputation, my Lauren Booth brand, it all just left. I didn't even know my own name. My heart was completely at peace for the first time in my entire life. I didn't want to move. I slept there that night. In the morning, I made wudu, ablution, and I prayed Fajr, the dawn prayer, and I knew. I was Muslim. I knew God was one. I knew Muhammad was his messenger. I just knew. I couldn't get on a plane back to London without taking my Shahada, without formally declaring my faith. But my flight was at 6 in the morning and I couldn't find anyone to witness it. So the moment I landed in London, I went straight to a mosque. And when I said those words, I bear witness that there is no God but Allah, and Muhammad is his messenger. It was like cement slabs falling from my mouth, like gold bars leaving my tongue, like an earthquake. Everything shifted, the ground moved, and suddenly I was wrapped in cotton wool. Everything distant, everything soft, everything safe. The next morning, I'm taking my kids to school. They run ahead of me. I leave the house, and this voice in my head screams, "You haven't got your hijab on." I'm like, "Come on, you're not in Iran now. Relax." But the voice kept going, "You're naked, you're naked. You haven't got your hijab on." I physically could not leave my front door without covering my head. I found one scarf someone had given me, wrapped it awkwardly around my head, and walked my daughters to school. They said, "Mom, why are you wearing hijab?" I said, "It's cold." They said, "It's hot." I said, "Whatever, just go play." One of the dads at school worked for the Jewish Chronicle. I saw his face light up. Big news. Journalist converts to Islam. I didn't care. I went home. And for the next 7 days, all I did was pray and cry. I put my head on the ground like I'd seen Muslims do, and I said two things over and over. Thank you. And I'm sorry. Thank you for this life, for my daughters, for love, for opportunities, for letting me finally know you. And I'm sorry. Just sorry. But then came Friday night. My kids were with their father. I'm alone in my house. I took my Shahada earlier that day. Now what? Okay, let me call a male friend. Oh wait, I can't really do that anymore. Let me have a cigarette. No, I don't want to smoke when I'm about to pray and say Allah's name. I went to my fridge. There was a bottle of wine. I looked at it and thought, so this is going to be a boring life. There was literally nothing to do. So I picked up the Quran again, the same book that had terrified me years before. I opened it, afraid. Ya Allah, please let this have a good ending. Please don't let me be going to hell. I trust you. And you know what the Quran said to me? Welcome. Where have you been? God loves you. You've made the right choice. Everything's going to be okay. Welcome. Where have you been? 2 days later, I walked into Sky News wearing hijab. You should have seen their faces. These are trained professionals, cool, calm, collected no matter what walks into the studio. But I could see it, the shock, the confusion. Hi, Lauren. 2 days after that, I got a call. Lauren, we're jiggling things around. We won't be needing you anymore. Cut. Done. Never used me again. Are there hijabis on Sky News now? Yes. Are there hijabis in the news world? Yes. Have you ever seen a convert hijabi in mainstream news? Name one. You can't. Because if you're from the mainstream, if you're white, Western, educated, and you suddenly say, I believe Allah is God and Muhammad is his messenger, they can't compute it. They can have brown people in hijab because, oh, that's their culture. But if you're one of them, if you're from their world, how can they normalize that without having a conversation about God, about Islam, about what we do to Muslims? I lost my career, and I'd do it again in a heartbeat. My family struggled. My mother was sarcastic. You've joined the lunatics. Are you going to be a terrorist? My father was worried. Why would a free woman dress like this? Did a man force you? But here's what matters. I became a better daughter. I worked hard at loving my mother in her final years, at making things right, and with my father, subhanallah, by the grace of God, I got to have a conversation with him on his deathbed. I held his hand, looked deep into his eyes, read him Surah Al-Fatiha, the opening chapter of the Quran, and he said, God is one, Muhammad is a prophet, Jesus is a prophet. He didn't say it in Arabic, I didn't push it, but Allah knows best. After he passed, I had a dream. He was being washed by 3 imams, full of light. Inshallah, God willing, he found peace. A few years ago, I was on a plane from Qatar. The man in front of me was a British skinhead in a vest, smelling of alcohol. I thought, please God, don't make me sit next to him for 4 hours. Of course, my seat was right next to his. He looked at me like I was dirt. Just disgust. The flight attendant brought food. He ordered vodka and beer. I'm sitting there with my water thinking, this is the worst flight ever. Then he offered me water, like I couldn't speak English. I thanked him. Then I offered him my cheese. He took it, looked at me. Where are you from, mate? London. You're from London? Dressed like this? Then he did something strange. He started muttering, oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I said, are you okay? Yeah, but I was thinking horrible things about you and I'm sorry. You didn't say them, it's okay. We talked for 4 hours. This 40-year-old man, tough, broken, depressed, told me he didn't want to live anymore, that he was a bad man. I asked him, who do you pray to? When you're in pain, who do you reach out to? He said, I don't believe in any of that, but I have a picture of my mom. Sometimes I cry to her and ask her to help me. I said, was your mom religious? Yeah, she prayed a lot. Who did she pray to? God. The next time you're in pain, pray to the one your mom prayed to. His face changed, like a light bulb went on. I had a Quran in English in my bag. By the grace of Allah, I had it with me. I gave it to him. This big British guy got off the plane clutching that Quran, saying, thank you, thank you. People need help. We have to be access points for truth. So here's what I want to say to you. You're watching this right now for a reason. Maybe you're searching. Maybe you feel empty inside. Maybe you have everything the world told you to want, the career, the house, the success, but something's still missing. Maybe you have times when you don't know why you're alive, when the fun doesn't work anymore, when everything feels strange and unreal. I spent 30 years in that confusion. 30 years believing the lies about Islam. 30 years being afraid of the very thing that would set me free. Don't waste 30 years like I did. Look at a rose. Think about how it makes sense that it exists for us. Look at the bees. Think about how amazing that honey is, tasty and healing. Think about how rain goes into the ground, into the roots of trees, and those trees grow leaves and flowers and fruit that we can just eat, and it has goodness for us. Feel the loving and benevolent presence of your Lord. The Quran is waiting for you, not hidden, not secret, just waiting. What are you going to do? Keep believing what the media tells you? Keep postponing your search for truth? Or are you going to pick up that book and see for yourself? Because I promise you, everything you think you know about Islam is wrong, and the truth is more beautiful than you can imagine. I had a swimming pool, but I had no peace. They had nothing, but they were grateful. The question is, are you brave enough to find out why?